Mga kapuso, usa ka iyang Dabawenyong ang atong makauban karong buntag sa spotlight nga na-inlove pag-ayo sa pag-atiman og mga hayop. Dili lang kana, nagtukod pa siya og shelter alang sa mga hayop. Si Ken Amante. Ken, good morning ug welcome sa At Home with GMA Regional TV.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Yes, Ken, unang-una sa lahat, please tell us about the Happy Animals Club.
Ang Happy Animals Club is a non-government organization and a no-kill shelter which started back in 2014. It is a foundation focused on rescuing sick and stray animals and getting them healthy so that they can be adopted.
Ken, at what age nahiligan mo na mag-alaga ng mga hayop?
Mga 6 years old po kasi my own dog was found outside our house as a skinny puppy. When I took it in, I had to take full responsibility for her needs. So I always kind of kept myself busy with that, as well as the 2 kittens I found across the streets 3 years later.
Ken, who could ever imagine that as young as 6 years old, others would just prefer to play, pero ikaw naisipan mo nang magtayo ng animal shelter. Why do you see the need na magkaroon ng animal shelter?
Kasi I always saw a lot of stray and sick animals around the city, and I realized Davao didn't have a animal foundation like was Manila. It was important to implement one here with the growing number of abandoned animals on the street.
Ken, can you share to us how did you start building the animal shelter?
Well, we first started by just keeping them in our house, in our backyard, but later we found a lot in the house nearby. So from there, we began building proper facilities.
Ken, you have an awesome appreciation to animals, especially the cats and dogs. Please tell us, why did you fall in love with them?
My parents had a lot of cats and dogs, so I was always surrounded by animals who were all rescues. It's from them I learned the importance of animals' life and that they shouldn't be treated like material things or objects. We have about 70 dogs and mga 100 cats.
I also had to give them a few names, so I thought of some. This is Tom. And all of these 3 are boys. Oh, guys. That's Stripes. That's Cole. And the one in the corner there is Fred.
Ken, how were you able to raise funds for the animal shelter?
Through social media from our supporters online.
Ken, in line with your advocacy to save cats and dogs, your first step was to get vaccinated.
Preventing things like rabies and other diseases is very crucial. Aside from vaccinating yourself and your pets, neutering and spaying animals is also very important. Mga 3 years ago, the PPBC, the Philippine Pet Birth Control, had an event with us wherein they spayed and neutered the animals in our neighborhood to prevent overpopulation and other cases of rabies and overall diseases. So those things are what we prioritize with rescuing.
Ken, I've seen photos of you doing first aid sa injured animal. I'm just wondering if you would want to become a vet med someday, or you would prefer other profession related to animal welfare?
Yes po, it's animal related. I'll be continuing to care for animals in our shelter, and I'm hoping to expand our foundation and influence around the country. I'd like to educate the public more on proper animal welfare. We've had a few like an adoption event. We've had once in Abriza, that was a few years back, as well as just some in smaller events in our neighborhood involving vaccinations and spaying and neuters.
Ken, ano ang mensahe mo sa mga kabataang kagaya mo?
If there's something you need to do and you believe it to be right, and even if your parents and the people around you disagree with it, do it anyway, because our generation can't change society for the better unless we do things differently from our parents originally did.
Daghang kayong salamat, Ken, and I really admire your initiatives tungod kay Luyo sa imong pagkabata. Dako na kaayo ang imong na-achieve sa imong kinabuhi ug ang kinabuhi sa mga hayop. Continue to be an inspiration to others, Ken. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.